basketball isn't easy.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost. Doesn't mean I'm...
All right, boys, let's give these people what they came for, all right? These are our fans. This is our house. Let's get that W for these youngins.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on Shane Battier.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And he's a great three-point shooter, too, especially when he lets it go from one of those corners. He doesn't miss many of those.
We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night, I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side.
On the wings, Butler and Dang. Gibson and Boozer in the middle. And it's Franklin in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Dang dishes to Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. No good from Franklin.
You know, Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosh move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, 2 straight titles in Miami since they decided to go small. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, thinking conventionally that first season with LeBron, that was my biggest regret as a coach. I put LeBron in a box. LeBron was a small forward. That's what we knew. But after the Dallas series, we decided to start from scratch. We always talked about how versatile our team was, but we never thought about what that meant. We had to do away with convention. And guys, that started by playing LeBron at the 4.
And with his length and athleticism, he has all the tools. Doris, thank you. And for Bosh, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
But he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls, and you know, the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play smaller, and Bosh can normally find a center that he can guard without too much trouble. But there are a few matchups around the league that are a problem.
Well, they got the speed and the pressure of that Miami defense. You think they're able to compensate for the lack of size inside by using those other things.
Yeah, that's normally the case against, I would say, the vast majority of the league.
Dunleavy kicks to Franklin. Rose. The pass to Franklin. Shoots a 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Back to Bosh. To the paint. Wade. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against New Orleans.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Battier, the pass to Anderson. Wade outside. And that one's good. Wade's got 9.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done. Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over it.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done. You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the big three throughout the season and playoffs last year.
Pass to Gibson. Working on Anderson. The turnaround Jay. That is good. Gibson's got his second basket. The Heat trail by 12. As you said, Clark, the big three in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season.
Now, presented by Sprint. This is the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here's Franklin. He's got 6. Goes up on the high post. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. On the court for the Heat. Chalmers is out there with Allen. Then there's Chris Anderson. Then there's Lewis. And it's Vernado in at the 4. Anderson. He's covered by Boozer. Allen shot is off. Gets it off. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Bulls running.
Friday, December 7th, the Detroit Pistons take on Garrett.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Franklin, defended by Cole. They get it back, and he lays it straight in.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Franklin, he's in at the point. He's out there with Heinrich. Jimmy Butler is out there with Nazir Muhammad, and it's Murphy in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Backing down is LeBron. Little turnaround, and that one's good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Franklin, and count it from 19 feet away. The Heat have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. LeBron against Butler. He dishes it to Cole. Feeds it to Bosh. He kicks it to Cole. Shot clock at 5. Gets to the rim for 2 with McD all over him.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
Here's Franklin. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
And it's Wade penetrating. Look from Bosh. Rebound by the Bulls. Murphy's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Butler with the ball. Wade picks him up. Launches it. No up. The Heat have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Here's Cole. Wade kicks to Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the result wouldn't have looked anything like it did if they hadn't gotten so hot from long range.
You're exactly right. They were splashing missing home threes at an unbelievable rate.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play.
You guys followed up a huge win last game by dominating again tonight. Is this the kind of performance that can spur the team to a whole new level of play?